Roy, if Ruben Amorim is watching this, as he will be, trying to assess the scale of the job that he has in front of him, what do you think he will have come away thinking?
He should have signed a longer contract.
Because this is going to take longer.
There's a long way back for this team. I know a manager will come in.
We'll get back to Roy in just a few seconds. I just wanted to interject, but he's going to say some things in a second which I disagree with, and I will tell you why after the following clip. Here's Roy.
Ultimately, he has to win some more football matches than the previous managers, who all done decent jobs, and a few of them won some cups and whatever. But clearly, that's not good enough for the owners. They have to be competing near the top. They have to be certainly in the Champions League, whatever, for financial reasons. So it's a big ask. You wish him well. We wish him well, but it's going to be huge. We go back to the manager. We go back to the bit of pride as a players. We've all done it. And people look at the manager, but I don't care if you're playing in front of 80,000 or 80 people. You run. You've got to run in this game. And this team doesn't run, and that's a big problem. Whatever, lack of talent as well. Again, we say there all the time. We go, they got really talented players, but if you're not going to run, you're going to get nowhere fast.
Roy, if Ruben Amorim is watching this, as he will be, trying to assess the scale of the job that he has in front of him, what do you think he will have come away thinking?
He should have signed a longer contract.
Because this is going to take longer.
There's a long way back for this team. I know a manager will come in.
Roy's right in the sense that a lot of work does need to be done. However, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a long road back, just to quote Roy. This team just needs to learn how to score goals, and it just needs a little bit of balance in the wide areas. Now, if Ruben Amorim is going to come in and change things up, shake things up a little bit, kick some of those players up the backside, great. But he needs a left back. Luke Shaw needs to become fit again. Maybe we get that young Caracas, if I've pronounced that correctly, back from Benfica, because he's meant to be playing well. We'll get him quite cheap. And it will certainly be a stopgap until we can get perhaps Alphonso Davies in the summer, if he'll decide that he wants to come to Manchester United, which is a long shot, but you never know. We can always try. But I was at the game at the weekend yesterday, and we just seem to be void of creating goals, creating opportunities. We were rock solid at the back. De Ligt was class. He was immense. He was a colossus. Martinez played well. Dalot was solid enough. Mazraoui was phenomenal. Casemiro played quite well too. Ugarte played well. But for some reason, we just couldn't open them up enough and create enough chances. I mean, Chelsea are not a bad side, to be fair, but we certainly do need a little bit of magic. Marcus Rashford, I don't know, it's just... If Ruben Amorim can't get a season out of him when he comes in now, I think it's time for him to be sold for 60 million so we can buy someone else. But the main issue now is scoring goals, and I think there's a squad there that will be quite well suited to Ruben Amorim. But yeah, in conclusion, really, Roy Keane is right in one sense, in that something does need to be done, but I wouldn't necessarily say he's right in that it's a long road back. It's certainly not a long road back. A few little tweaks and changes. A little bit of motivation from a manager that's got charisma. Perhaps that might make a difference. But we shall soon see.